The Dimorphodon is considered a small nuisance of a pterosaur and definitely one of the most annoying animals that Jurassic World ever put out. Essentially to what compies are to dinosaurs, Dimorphodons are to pterosaurs. However, I want to shine a light on the Dimorphodons about how specifically Ingen inadvertently turned these guys into little death machines of the skies. You are most likely not familiar with the Dimorphodon you are seeing on screen right now, but instead one that probably looks more something like this. This is the typical image that when you search up Jurassic World Dimorphodon, this guy would usually come up. And that is because the Dimorphodon that you're seeing now is actually an adult, and the one that you're probably familiar with is a juvenile. We'll get into why that's so significant later. What you should know for now is that the adult specimens of Dimorphodon are massive compared to the juveniles. These guys can get up to a 15-foot wingspan, and as well as that can grow up to about 7 feet long. This makes them incredibly good flyers, and as well as that, very, very speedy too. Dimorphodons have incredibly long flight distances as well. In fact, they have the longest flying time of any other Ingen-made pterosaur. Juvenile specimens have been seen on multiple occasions trying to get off the island, and adult specimens have been seen flying as far as Costa Rica. In fact, a little less than a year ago, a farmer in Costa Rica took these photos that you're seeing now of a dead specimen that washed up on shore. He drug it over to his house and decided to take some photos of it to show the absolutely massive proportions of this animal. In one of these photos, you can see the incredibly sharp teeth that the Dimorphodon possesses. The farmer also decided to put his buddy's arm in frame to show the actual size of this animal compared to a human, although you really can't see it that well. I now want to talk about the diet of this animal because it, above all, is one of the weirdest things about the Dimorphodon. Obviously, the Dimorphodon likes going after smaller prey, such as small types of rodents and even occasionally salamanders, but Dimorphodons sometimes go after much larger prey. Sometimes prey that is a little bit more human. Yes, the Dimorphodon is one of the few Ingen creations that has actually killed somebody. It is one of about 15 known animals that Ingen has created that has actually got a kill count on it, and while it's not known the exact number, it's known that it has at least killed more than 3 people. That being said, humans are probably not a regular part of its diet, but there is actually something that it eats that is a regular part of its diet that is much weirder than humans. Other Dimorphodons. Similar to the previously shown Ceratosaurus, Dimorphodons are cannibals. Adults have been seen on numerous occasions eating younger Dimorphodons. Now, I want to end this episode with a recap of everything that we know about the Dimorphodon thus far and what we can draw from that. Firstly, adult Dimorphodons are massive, much larger than they definitely should be. Secondly, the Ingen Dimorphodon has a flight record that is better than any other pterosaur they've created. They can fly at incredible distances and with some pretty nice speed as well. Oh, and a fact that I really didn't mention earlier as well, Dimorphodons are naturally aggressive, and to cap off a diet which really seems to have no limits. However, our friend the Dimorphodon does not have any blame in this. Instead, the fault lays on Ingen's shoulders for creating an animal that was specifically designed to attract guests. However, they inadvertently turned it into something much deadlier. That's all I have for now on the Dimorphodon. And remember, if something chases you, run.